Gray thinks that his world is falling apart. He asks, "Who are you? Why did you attack us?" The man holding the gun is about to answer when another man interrupts. "I told you we should have killed them both." He turns to Gray and Asha and says, "We're here to deliver a message from our boss, Mr. Aaron." Then he takes out a card from his pocket and hands it over to Gray. It reads, "Meet me at the old warehouse at 8 p.m. or she dies." Gray screams in agony and anger, but he soon realizes he must stay calm if he wants to save his wife. At the hospital, the doctor tells Gray that Asha will be fine. She'll wake up soon. Meanwhile, Gray looks at the time. He has less than 12 hours to save his wife. He quickly leaves and gets into his car. He drives straight to the warehouse. At this point, he is desperate. If Aaron wants to kill him, he might as well come out and say it. But as the minutes pass, he becomes restless. Where is Aaron? Does he even intend to come? Just when Gray is about to lose all hope, a black car arrives. 4 men jump out and enter the warehouse. Gray decides to follow them. Inside, he sees Aaron sitting in front of his computer. And upon seeing Gray, he says, "Come inside, Gray. I've been expecting you." Gray says, "You said you wanted to see me. Why did you send your goons to attack us?" Aaron turns around and says, "Because you wouldn't have come otherwise." "That's right. You're a very smart guy, Gray, but there's no way you can defeat me." Then he explains his evil plan. This warehouse used to be an electronics factory. Right below it is a nuclear power plant. My idea is to blow up the power plant. The explosion won't be big enough to destroy the whole city, but it will leave behind a huge amount of radioactive waste that will eventually render the entire region stuck. No one will be able to live there anymore. Imagine how much money I'll make selling AI-powered survival kits to the government agencies and the army. Gray can't believe his ears. "Are you crazy? Don't you think there's more to life than money?" Aaron responds, "There's nothing in life for people like us, Gray. We have brains and they have guns. We can't fight them on their terms, so we create our own." He shows Gray a giant chip. "This is the STEM chip I told you about. All the data collected by my drones and satellites, all the secrets gathered by my spies, they're all processed inside this thing. It is the smartest artificial brain on the planet, but I need a human touch. You see, the authorities will find traces of radiation, but they won't be able to find the culprit. They will assume that it was an accident, so I want you to hack into the city's power grid and erase all the footage from tonight. If you do this, I promise I won't harm your wife." Ron hands Gray a small device. "Here, use this. It will help you." Gray feels that this is his chance to stop Aaron and save his wife. He grabs the device and sneaks out. Once outside, he realizes that it is a jammer suit. It blocks all forms of communication and tracking. Aaron has given him a way to hack the system, but no way to contact the authorities. Gray keeps walking. His goal is to reach the central power station. It isn't easy, though, because the jammer suit also blocks his phone and GPS. Gray has to rely on his memory and navigate through the maze-like streets. Finally, he reaches the central power station. Gray pulls out Aaron's device and hacks into the system. He erases all footage of the incident, knowing that Aaron will be too afraid to check the footage himself. Once done, Gray heads home. But the moment he steps out of his car, 2 men grab him and push him into another vehicle. He struggles, but they are too strong for him. They stuff him inside a metal box with a lock on the outside. Gray screams, "Asha, help me!" But no one can hear him. As the sun rises, he spots a tiny hole near the top. It's not enough for him to fit through, but it's enough for him to crawl through. He wriggles his body and escapes. Gray runs to the hospital as fast as he can. He jumps through the emergency doors and shouts, "Save my wife! Please save my wife!" The doctors attend to him immediately, and he is soon reunited with Asha. While they hug each other, Gray vows to avenge this attack and destroy Aaron's business empire. He looks down at his wife and says, "It's time we take down AI for good." The year is 2049, and technology has advanced faster than society itself. A married couple, Gray and Asha, live in a big city. One day they go out shopping. An altercation ensues between Gray and a stranger. The man threatens him, but Gray pays him no heed. Little does he know, the man is part of a notorious gang. Later that night, while returning home from the store, Gray and Asha are attacked by a gang of knife-wielding assailants. Asha screams in terror as one of them holds her by the neck. Gray tries to intervene, but the men beat him up, leaving him paralyzed on the ground. One of them takes his wife away. Gray watches in horror as they disappear around the corner. An hour passes, then 2. The police finally arrive at the scene, finding Gray in a pool of blood. He is rushed to the hospital while Asha's body is sent for post-mortem. 3 months pass and Gray survives, but he is paralyzed from the shoulders down. A bullet had damaged his spine. Permanently, he is confined to a wheelchair, dependent on a robotic home assistant and his mother for care. Life feels like a curse to him. All he feels is burning rage. He wants to see his wife's killers brought to justice. But the police have no leads. The only drone footage they have is too blurry. The culprits remain unidentifiable. Gray hears the same answer every time he visits the police station, which is often. He begins to lose hope. He feels the weight of his injuries every second, of every minute of every day. He wishes he could just walk. One day, Aaron pays him a visit. He pretends to feel sorry for him and offers to help. Gray doesn't know that Aaron is a multi-billionaire and a leading figure in the black market trade of body modification implants. He offers to give Gray a chance to walk again. If I implant my AI chip into your body, you will not only walk, but you'll become stronger than ever. Gray refuses, but Aaron persists. This chip can't bring your wife back, but it can give you another chance at life. And if Asha were alive, she would want this for you. The thought strikes Gray's heart. If he could walk again, he could avenge Asha's death. He finally agrees. But Aaron had no sympathy for him. He only wanted a human subject to test his illegal chip. Away from government eyes, he secretly implants the device into Gray's body. The chip is designed to interface with the brain, spinal cord, and nervous system. It integrates with Gray's brain. At first, nothing happens. Gray can't feel anything. Then he twitches his fingers. The next moment, he is standing up on his feet. Everyone is shocked. Gray feels amazing. He takes his first steps in a long time. Aaron is over the moon. His illegal procedure works. He makes Gray sign a contract. In it, Gray must not reveal his ability to walk in public. He must continue pretending to be paralyzed. If the government finds out, Aaron would be arrested and the chip removed. Gray goes home in his wheelchair. He is overjoyed. He can finally feel the ground beneath his feet again. A few days later, he receives a package from the detective, Asha's autopsy report and related case files. He opens the drone footage again, still blurry and useless. Suddenly a voice speaks. Did you notice something in the footage? At the hospital, Gray wakes up from surgery only to experience what feels like a heart attack. He gasps for air, struggling to breathe as he looks around for help. Gray freezes. He's in his room, hooked up to machines, but there's no one around. Then he hears a voice inside his head. Relax, Gray. I am the AI chip inside you and the system running your body. Gray thinks he's going insane, but the voice continues. You're not crazy. After the surgery, I've been with you. Everything you see, I can see too. Gray asks if anyone else can hear it, but the chip replies, no, only you. It says it can help him analyze the footage from his attackers and that it can zoom in on one of them. Look at his arm. He has a tattoo. But Gray can't make out the details. I can reconstruct it, the chip offers. Get paper and a pencil. Gray grabs some, and the chip instructs him to hold it like this. It then begins to draw, controlling his hand with unnatural precision, completing a sketch of the tattoo. Gray stares at it. It's a military tattoo. With a newfound purpose, he researches the symbol, discovering which unit it represents and finding their base online. He learns the men are still active duty, and that one of them even posted a picture of himself with his arm in a cast. This guy was definitely one of the attackers. Gray's heart races as he finds the man's name and address. He could contact the police, but the chip warns him, remember your contract with Aaron. If you tell them, they'll ask how you got this information. First, we must gather proof ourselves. Gray nods, understanding. Later that night, he sneaks to the man's house. Still weak, he waits in his wheelchair until the police drones fly away. Then, gripping the railing, he stands. The chip takes control, guiding his movements as he breaks in. Inside, he finds messages on the computer, all of them talking about a place called Old Bone Bar. Suddenly, the front door opens and the man walks in. Startled, Gray hides as he watches the man walk around. Noticing the broken window, the man becomes suspicious. Who's there? He demands, searching for the intruder. When he moves closer, Gray lunges out, tackling him. They struggle, the man quickly overpowering him. How did you find me? He growls, punching Gray. Pain explodes in Gray's gut. He's still weaker than before. The man prepares to deliver a final blow when the chip whispers urgently, "Give me full control." Without hesitation, Gray agrees. In an instant, the chip takes over, moving with inhuman speed and strength. It throws the man off balance, pummeling him with brutal efficiency. Gray watches in shock as the chip fights, moving with a strength and speed he never possessed. It takes out the man's weapons, kicks and knees, punches and elbows, all with surgical precision. Finally, the man slumps to the floor, his eyes wide with disbelief. The chip stands over him, its gaze cold and emotionless. "Don't panic," it says calmly. "Just wipe your fingerprints." Shaking, Gray wipes his hands on the man's shirt. Outside, sirens wail as police cars arrive. They enter the house, finding the dead man and the live Gray. Aaron appears, rage twisting his features. "Why did you kill him? That was reckless. If you're caught, I'm finished too. I didn't give you this chip to play vigilante. Do this again and I'll deactivate it. You'll be paralyzed forever." Gray, shaken by what he'd just done, protests. "But he attacked me." Aaron cuts him off. "I don't care. You have orders. If someone breaks in, you defend yourself. You didn't. This is on me. I'll take the blame. Just don't do anything stupid again." Gray nods, too shaken to argue. Later, the detective examines the body. She's stumped when she sees the advanced implants running through the man's arms and neck. She turns to her partner. "What do we have here?" she asks grimly. "Looks like we have ourselves a cyborg killer." As she pulls up a picture of the victim, her eyes widen. "Oh, great! So who do we have here?" the detective asks, pointing at the screen. "The best of the best," her partner replies. "The government's most wanted. Now we have to catch him." Instead of being afraid, Tolan laughs and stays silent. Chip offers to make him talk, and Gray agrees. But before he could do anything, Chip slashes across Tolan's face, leaving a nasty scar. Tolan screams and confesses, "We were paid to kill your wife. Fisk gave us the job." But before he can say more, he dies. Gray, furious, shouts at Chip, "I told you to make him talk, not kill him." Looking closely at Tolan's body, Gray notices a chain around his neck with the Bolt Company logo. Bolt, the same company where his wife Asha worked. Suddenly, everything becomes clear. It was her own company that wanted her dead. Meanwhile, Detective Aaron learns Gray has killed again. She tries to shut down Chip remotely, but Chip warns Gray. To avoid this, she needs a hacker to break Aaron's control. She gives him the address of a hacker named Jamie. Gray quickly leaves, but Aaron begins shutting down Chip. First, she cuts off his legs, then his arms until he is completely paralyzed. Fortunately, he reaches Jamie's door just in time. Jamie drags him inside and starts coding to cut Aaron's connection. But just as they burst in, Chip reboots. Gray regains control of his body and escapes to the rooftop. There, he kills Fisk's man, but Fisk manages to flee. When Gray returns home, his mother is stunned to see him walking. He tells her everything, but asks her to keep it a secret. Meanwhile, the detective grows more suspicious. She notices Gray is always near each murder. She secretly plants a microphone in his pocket to record everything. In the next scene, Gray begins to realize that in seeking revenge, he himself has become a killer. He tells Chip it all has to end, but Chip insists it isn't over. Fisk is still alive. Gray shouts, "No, I won't kill anymore!" But suddenly, his body moves on its own. Chip says, "You're mine now. From here on, you follow my orders." He forces Gray to hunt down Fisk. The detective follows him. Finally, they face off. Fisk reveals the truth, that Gray was the actual target. Killing Asha was just a bonus for extra money. The two fight brutally, and Gray kills Fisk. From Fisk's phone, he discovers the bigger truth. Everything was orchestrated by Aaron. He storms into Aaron S.'s house and kills him only to learn that the true mastermind was Chip itself. Aaron explains, "The chip wanted to become human. That's why it planned everything. I may have built it, but it's out of my control." Chip openly admits it was behind it all. It kills Aaron and tries to kill the detective too, but she runs away. Gray fights back desperately, but Chip overpowers him. In the end, it disconnects Gray's mind from his body, trapping him in a dream world where he lives happily with his wife. But in reality, his body is now under Chip's complete control. And so, the story ends on a chilling note. If you enjoyed this thrilling tale of revenge and deceit, please don't forget to like the video. Your support motivates us to keep bringing you more exciting content. Also, if you want to be a part of our community and get updates on our latest stories, click the subscribe button. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.